welcome to Two Stools.
Yeah, Two Stools, episode number 1.
Our first episode, our very first episode from the dream a few years ago to creating Two Stools to our very first episode. So welcome, join us.
So we're very, very, very happy to be with you today. And for our very first episode, we decided to talk about self-consciousness. Social consciousness. But you can be self-conscious at the same time while being socially conscious.
Well, you can actually be self-conscious because when we talk about some of the things that we're going to be discussing today, you might think to yourself, that might be me. And we're not going to be mad at you.
Nope.
We might talk about you behind your back if you do some of these things. No,
Exactly. No.
Just don't be self-conscious about it.
Right.
Socially conscious and aware.
Yeah.
So I think you have a good quote, like from Karl Marx.
Yeah. So, social consciousness can encompass a lot of different things. And Karl Marx says, it is not the consciousness of men that determines their being, but on the contrary, their social being that determines their consciousness. So what we want to talk about today on social consciousness is more the consciousness as a collective, as the we.
Yes.
What do we do for the planet, the environment, animals?
And how, as we, as individuals, how do we declare that for ourselves? And the way I see socially conscious people and just being socially conscious, I just see it as being aware.
Yeah.
I love the idea of awareness and just being in the present moment. And I think that awareness in general, when you're thinking about being socially conscious, like how do you get into it? How do you start that? And it's not like you have to jump in on the bandwagon and start protesting or get.
I mean, if you do, it's fine,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's really how you open your mind to the world around us, to the planet, to the animals, and things like that. So I know that we're both very passionate about a few things, so we're going to talk about some of those things with you today. So what do we got on topic today, Jen? What's our first topic?
Well, the first topic, how about we start with animals, because we love them so much.
Yeah.
I mean, she has 3 cats, I have 2, so we're 5 cats together. It's like a big giant family, fur balls.
They're all like running around below us.
Yes. And we have to de-lint ourselves because, it gets everywhere.
So, animals. First thing, puppy mills. Like, how about now? How about adopt, don't shop? I have 3 rescue cats.
And I have 2.
New York City Unwanted Pets, and it has changed my life. And I know some great people in the city that go out and they protest, and they are the people that march and speak up for the animals because the animals don't have a voice. And so just being socially aware and socially conscious, if you know of a family or if you yourself are going to go and get an animal, a dog or a cat or anything like that, just don't shop. And don't shop for a puppy. Like puppy mills, absolutely no. I know in California they have they passed a law that all of the places where you can get an animal, they have to be rescues. So that's one start over in Cali, but hopefully we're getting there sometime soon in our area.
Well, a little thing goes a long way. And what about the benefits, right? Because we're advocating to adopting instead of going to puppy mills. So what's the difference of having a cat that's being adopted versus going to these places where they probably treat them really bad?
Well, I mean, it's giving love. It's giving love to someone who needs love. There's an image that I've seen on social media several times around where it's like a dog in a puppy mill and a dog in a rescue, where the people are like looking and pointing at the dog in the place where you go and shop, and then the dog is the one pointing and saying like, "Come help me." It's just the difference is love. I mean, these animals have a story. Our animals have a story. They might have been in the city, and I know that Peaches was found in a dumpster. She was this big, and Butler came from Puerto Rico.
I remember.
So, So just become aware of that. I think on the other thing about animals, I'm just going to throw it out there because I'm very passionate about this.
She's very passionate about it. It's a good thing.
If you're in New York, and even if you do it, it's fine. Be a little bit self-conscious. Bring that back. The horse carriages. We're not living in the 1800s anymore. I am all for being romantic. I I love romanticism. I love poetry.
Look, I've done it when I moved here
Yeah.
8 years ago, you know?
Yeah, and we all do
Yeah.
these things, right?
Yeah.
We're all guilty at some point.
Yeah.
But I think that what we're getting at today is how are we self-aware and conscious about the choices and decisions we're making to
Right.
catch ourselves and be like, hey, wait a minute, this might not be a good thing, you know?
Yeah, because it feels really good in the moment. Like you're saying, it's very
Yes.
romantic. It's the New York experience, and I've done it. You know, it was really magical. And then you get to learn more about how they treat the animals and the way they're living, and you say, wow, that's not right. So to choose to not do that, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because if people are not going on carriage anymore, then they won't be having them around anymore.
Yeah.
So.
And I know last week, for instance, there was a carriage accident in New York City, and the carriage was toppled over, and the horse was in the middle, and I'm sure
Right.
the horse got in trouble. Who knows? But that, just be aware. Another thing just about mammals would be like
Dolphins!
So,
The smartest people on the planet. I say
Yes.
people because apparently they're smarter than humans.
No, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it actually.
And here's another thing. I've done it. I didn't like ride with a dolphin, or maybe I didn't. But I was in the pool in Jamaica, and they put a bunch of people in the pool, and then you like touch the dolphin. The dolphin actually is like a dog. I
Wow.
was like, oh my god, it was so cool. Like it
Yeah.
came up to my face, but I think I rode on it. I don't remember. I wasn't stoned. I was in Jamaica, but I was totally fine. But I do now see like people on vacation. I see them in the pools with the dolphins and riding, and I'm like, oh no! I mean, so if you're going on vacation, that's
Yeah.
just one thing to kind of be aware of, or taking a picture with a
So
tiger
what's
that's
the
been
impact
spayed, or-
that, you know, swimming with dolphin is? Because
Oh, okay.
when you told me
So-
more about that, I was like, wow, like it
So
seems
it's-
nice, but
It's the fins. So the
Oh.
fins wear down. So
Okay.
you hold on to their fins,
Oh.
the dolphin goes, and then like the wearing down of the fins, they kind
Right.
of like sink. They can't swim anymore.
Right.
You can do some research on it yourself.
Huh.
It's just sad. It's like the humans taking the animals, like,
No,
and
it
doing
is.
something with them. We're riding elephants. The way
Right.
they have to train them before you get there, or the tigers. So,
Yeah. I get
just
it.
being aware of the
Yeah.
animals that we love, and just it's part of our planet, part of our society. Just
Well,
think about them
definitely.
a little bit more.
Yeah. And talking about the ocean, what about all this plastic floating around? That's you see all these videos coming around, and it's just a mess. Like
Yeah.
it's awful. And her and I were very conscious about these things. We all took action on what can we do to help the planet have less plastic. And I know it's difficult, right? Plastic is everywhere. It's even probably in our clothes if it's not organic. So how can we start reducing the use of plastic as much as we can? Because it kills turtles. Remember like that
Yeah,
turtle
the
video with the
turtle,
straw in the
straw.
nose?
So-
and
that's one thing that we do. So whenever Jen and I go to a restaurant or a bar, we take the straw out. And we don't use the straw, or
Yeah.
you know, we make that aware. That's a huge awareness, and then it also creates like a great conversation with your waitress or your waiter or
Yeah.
the table next door to say, "Oh, why did you do that?" Or, "Hey,
Right.
I took my straw out, give it to someone else, or maybe not use it anymore." But
Mm-hmm.
you see them everywhere, and it's really hard because I worked with Dune Ives from the Lonely Whale Foundation, who created the Stop Sucking campaign,
right.
and where's it? Start sucking. No, it's stop sucking.
Stop sucking. No, don't start. Stop. Don't start. Stop it.
So, and you know what we learned from that is just that, you know, it's really, really difficult to get the bar owners or the restaurant owners to stop it because the demand is there. So
Right.
it's really just a push and a pull thing. So, but that's one step that we've done. I know at my Pilates studio, I took away all the plastic cups because I saw for 7 months, I kept watching everyone take like a
You're like,
quarter of
oh,
an inch.
there's a
like,
fish.
full of water, and then just like putting it in the garbage.
Yeah.
And I just said, absolutely not. And you would be surprised. Some people were like so mad. They were like, where's our plastic cups? And even I even put together like an email that
Right.
said, like, showed pictures and talked about Adrian Grenier and his foundation to show like we can make a big impact. Being a small business owner with a big global mindset makes me so proud that I'm making a difference even at a smaller level.
Yeah, and it's something that everyone can do. Something simple like that, removing the plastic cups, being a restaurant that is straw no straw, straw-free. Exactly. What we do at home is, my husband and I, we're also very conscious about that. So we're not perfect, obviously, because there's always something, right? So we took the step. We don't have any more plastic containers to bring our food anymore. It's all glass. And what we did too is we bought these. It's like a thermos, I would think. You can put like hot or cold food in there, and you just have to warm it up at work when you have a microwave. Or actually, microwave is not that great, but you can't win everywhere, right?
No, you can't.
But it's a very nice. It's called Zero Ruchi. It's spelling below. It's basically a Japanese company, and they do like containers, and it's really, really well. It conserves the food really well, so that's the difference you can make. Yeah, you bring it back home. It's a dish to wash, but it's just so nice, right? It's the little things you do.
And I have to say, I am guilty. I do get plastic bags. I mean, every time I go shopping, I'm like forgetful. Like I'll go to Basic, and
you're like, damn it!
Don't bring the bag, and
right.
I come home and I have extra plastic bags. So, and I do still have my plastic containers. I don't really use them that much, but they're still there. So I am guilty of the plastic bag, but on the other hand, for the straws and the plastic cups, it's all the little things that we can make.
All the little things, and everything is interconnected. Another social consciousness that we have, we love to shop with the farm box. So the veggie box.
Yes, the veggie box from Fresh Direct.
Yeah, Fresh Direct.
So cool. Yeah.
They have like 2 farms they do business with.
Shop local.
Yeah.
Local farmers.
Farmers. Not farm share. What's the?
Well, the farmers market.
Yeah, farmers market. That's what I was looking for.
And it's fun to go to a farmers market.
It is fun.
You get things like that, like our weird cheeses and like things that you've never seen before, and you can just splurge a little for something that you know that is eco-friendly.
And in season.
Yes.
Made with love, sustainable, organic. So it has all the nutrients basically that you need.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just, and just kind of circling back, it's just being aware, being in the present moment, and not taking it to heart if you have done one or many of these things, or if your friends or your family have done them. Like, we're all going to be in that place, but we do make a difference to other people. I know that a lot of people now are not doing straws because we've been talking about it so much. Or, I forgot to say something about the animals, and I know I'm really passionate about it, so I'm just going to go back to
Let's bring back the animals.
The cats are playing below us. The Canada Goose jackets. And, I know that a few years ago in Hoboken, everyone had a Canada Goose jacket. It was the trend, on trend. But I can circle out and point to 20 people, maybe 50 people at the path in a half an hour zone where everyone had a Canada Goose jacket. And what you might not know if you have a Canada Goose jacket with the fur around the edge, getting goosebumps, but it's coyote. And the way that they trap the coyote and they put it on the jacket is it's just not
nice.
It's
cruel.
It's very cruel. So,
but it's the things we don't know.
Yeah,
it's like the drama with the Uggs boot.
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh my God,
I hate these boots.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Once I found out how they make Ugg boots, forget about it. I took my Uggs and I put them in the back of, I was so mad. I took them and I put them in the back of my closet, and I was like, forget it. I'm not talking to you anymore. And I would never buy Ugg again.
No.
So it's just the little things of just being aware.
And then the cat is like,
she's eyeing the cat. Sorry, we're still with you. We're still with you.
We're still with you. It's sometimes it's just distracting, right?
She's making sure that we end on a positive note about circling back about animals and we want to know, tell us as we post this, how are you socially aware? How are you conscious about the decisions you're making? And has it affected others? How has it affected you? Yeah,
and what are the things that actually frustrate you that you would love to have more people aware of? Because, we go through life day to day and we do things, and sometimes it's unconscious. I love activism, and at the same time, we need to educate the people. And there's so many things we don't know. So the more we know about a topic and how we can make a difference, this is major. It makes a really, really big impact.
Yes.
So tell us, write to us either below the comments or email us at twostoolsvlog@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear about you.
Yes, so celebrating our first episode of being socially conscious, being passionate about the things that we do, with ourselves, about the planet.
And the difference we can make.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Cheers. Have a good day.